In a Tamron Hall show exclusive, I am so thrilled. We have some of the major cast members from this cult show that I'm a part of the cult. Starlight herself, Erin Moriarty is with us. The fastest man alive, A-Train, Jesse T. Usher is in the house. The truly evil new soup in town, Stormfront, Aya Cash, the silent killer, Kamiko Karen Fukuhara, and the moral compass of the boys, Mother's Milk. We'll ask him about that name later, Laz Alonso. Okay, you have made my whole week with this show. I think I should get a cut of all of your salaries, Erin, because I have told everyone that I know they must watch this show. We're in the second season.
Nice.
Second season here. How would you describe it? It's a hit across the globe, but people struggle, Erin, to describe what the show is.
I think that's because it's kind of hard to put into words, to be completely honest. But, you know, it's just if you like superhero shows, you'll like it. If you don't like superhero shows, but you're into something that's kind of topical and zeitgeisty, and it kind of has everything. It has comedy. It has, like you said, it has a lot of sex. It has violence. It has satire. So it checks all the boxes, but it's really irreverent. So I think you just got to go into it with an open mind. But I think that's why people are responding well to it, because it's, like you said, it's a very fresh take on the genre.
The political relevance, to Erin's point, the zeitgeist, it's all there. Aya, how do you process this phenomenon and how close some people believe it is to some of the reality we deal with now?
I mean, I think it's terrifying. I mean, she's a real villain. There is no part of her that I'm like, no, but she's really soft and lovely inside. Has a heart full of acid. And it's scary, and it's the way that our world works these days, and social media and us, you know, I mean, we're all guilty of retweeting or posting things that we haven't researched, and it's a really dangerous time to be uninformed.
It is, and there are so many other powerful topics that are addressed. Women's empowerment, even though the show is called The Boys. You know, what's happening with Black Lives Matters. All of it is wrapped up in the show. And Laz, I wanted to bring you in your character, Mother's Milk, an ex-Marine, kind of the moral compass of this vigilante squad of non-superheroes who want to save the day. Your character wears a different T-shirt with a subliminal message or sometimes obvious messages all the time. What is it about this guy? I mean, there you are with, you had a Wu-Tang shirt. I want your whole wardrobe, and I don't often say that to guys. I want that wardrobe. But this seeping in of what's really happening, whether it's political or even the protests and Black Lives Matters in this script, is brilliant.
So, yeah, I mean, the Mother's Milk character holds a mirror up to us as an audience, while the rest of the show gives us that escapism of the superhero world and genre. Mother's Milk's character holds a mirror up and shows us that in the effort to try to rectify a wrong, we can't forget that we can't become the wrong because we run the risk of being just as evil as what we're fighting if we don't always remember that why we're doing this.
That you can be pulled into the darkness before you can pull the dark into the light. Erin, your character deals with a lot of the Me Too movement, the sexual harassment, even in this superhero world of what's supposed to be good guys. I was intrigued by that because the show is called The Boys. And yet it's the women, no offense, Laz and Jesse, it's the women, though, that so much of this is resting on, whether it's the good in Erin or the bad in Stormfront.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the coolest things about the job from the get-go is that after I booked it, our showrunner, Eric Kripke, he reached out to me, he called me, and he said, you know, please read the graphic novel because our universe is based on that, and it's so fun, but please also understand that we're kind of taking we're doing our own thing with it, and we're going to make sure that the women, especially Starlight, who in the graphic novel is more of a love interest to Huey than she is kind of her own independent entity, we're going to make sure that she's as empowered as she possibly could be. And so he from the get-go was just really collaborative and open to making her as nuanced as possible, because I think the thing about Starlight is when you meet her, you kind of think that you're going to pigeonhole her into this ingenue, naive, hyper earnest young woman, when in reality she goes through, like you said, a Me Too situation, and she ends up really coming out of it a stronger person. So that's been one of the really cool parts of doing the show.